Welcome to Friend of Dorothy's. These were the biggest and gayest entertainment news headlines of June 2026.
As we start the new month of June today, it's also the beginning of Pride Month across the country.
The tone is familiar but never stale. Part festival, part family reunion, part public statement that visibility still matters. It is joyful and political, glamorous and stubborn, loud and deeply personal. The roots go back to the Stonewall era, and that history still shapes the month's spirit today. Even when the parade routes feel like a runway and the after-party feels like a victory lap, Pride remains tied to protest, community care and the refusal to string. Allies and icons have come out to show their support for the LGBTQ+ community. From official posts from local governments, to TV shows, to some unexpected allies.
Hi gays! Happy Pride Month!
Some events lean hard into activism, others spotlight art and performance, and many blend celebration with conversations about inclusion, sponsorship, and who gets to feel safe in public spaces. That mix is exactly why Pride keeps drawing attention. It's not just a party, it's a pulse check on how far visibility has come and how much work still remains. After years of fans wondering whether or not the iconic Ukrainian dance pop group would make another major splash, Kazaky is back in the headlines. The high-heel wearing quartet became an international sensation during the 2010s thanks to their combination of precision choreography, fashion-forward visuals and unapologetically theatrical style. Long before many pop acts embraced gender-fluid aesthetics, Kazaky built an entire brand around challenging expectations. This week, excitement has been building around the upcoming single Love, which is expected to appear on the forthcoming project, Collaborative Remixes Volume 2. For longtime fans, the return feels particularly significant because Kazaky's influence has only grown with time. Their visual DNA can be seen across contemporary pop, fashion campaigns and dance performances that borrow from the same blend of masculinity, glamour and high-concept choreography. What makes a comeback especially intriguing is the timing. Pop culture has largely caught up with many of the ideas Kazaky was exploring over a decade ago. The group no longer feels like an outlier. Instead, they look like pioneers who arrived early. Whether Love becomes a chart hit remains to be seen, but the announcement alone has generated plenty of excitement amongst fans who never stopped believing that the world needed more synchronized dancing in impossibly high heels.
I can be whoever I want to be.
Madonna, who's doing what Madonna does best, turning an album rollout into a full-blown event. For those of you living under a rock, she debuted a short film for Confessions 2 at Tribeca on June the 5th, then released it on YouTube on June the 8th, with the album itself set for release on July the 3rd. The film previews the first 6 tracks and folds in cameos from Julia Garner, Kate Moss, Sabrina Carpenter, Lourdes Leon, and so many more. And of course it leans hard into the nightclub heat, glitter and chaos that she is known for. It also points back to her early New York club days, including Danceteria, which is exactly the kind of self-mythology only Madonna can make feel fresh instead of tired. This is definitely smart branding in my opinion, but it is also genuinely fun. She understands that fans do not just want songs, they want a world to step into, and that makes it feel like the opening scene of an extremely gay Madonna movie.
Wow, that was magnificent. I especially like the part where we rubbed our dicks together on the couch. Yeah.
One of the biggest success stories in entertainment right now is Heated Rivalry, the Unauthorized musical parody, an off-Broadway comedy that has turned the beloved hockey romance into a wildly entertaining stage spectacle.
It's getting pretty heated off-Broadway, because Heated Rivalry, the Unauthorized musical parody, is in New York.
Based on the enormously popular Heated Rivalry story by Rachel Reed, the musical lovingly pokes fun at the passionate fandom surrounding the romance between hockey stars Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov. The production leans heavily into self-aware humor, catchy songs, over-the-top jokes, and affectionate satire. Rather than simply retelling the story, it also spoofs the fans, the tropes, and the sheer emotional chaos that made the original romance such a phenomenon.
Alan slid into my DMs and asked me if I'd be interested in doing the concerts. And I had a couple of friends reach out and be like, hey, you're giving Connor's story, you're giving Ilya Rozanov vibes, and so it was kind of circling me a lot.
The show is currently playing at the club in Manhattan, New York, and demand has been so strong that its run has been extended until September the 7th, 2026.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Jerry.
Broadway Bares 2026 is going full spy thriller. This year's edition is called License to Strip, and Broadway Bares says it comes with a seductive espionage twist, 200 dancers, big production numbers, disguises, reveals, and the kind of shameless glamour that has made the event a Pride season staple. It is set for release on Sunday, June the 21st, with performances set to begin at 9:30. This is one of those few annual theatre fundraisers that understand the value of being completely over the top. It is sexy, yes, but it's also a disciplined spectacle, which is harder to pull off than people think. Broadway Bares works, and it feels like a live wire mix of camp, muscle, and definitely heart.
Everyone thinks teenage relationships don't last. Guess I'm an optimist then.
The new trailer for Heartstopper Forever dropped recently, and it does what the franchise has always done best. It looks sweet on the surface and then quietly reaches straight for the heart. Netflix's final chapter film, premiering on July the 17th, follows Nick and Charlie as school, university, distance, and the awkward business of growing up start pulling at the edges of their relationship.
We look after each other, don't we? Always.
The trailer makes it plain and simple that this is not just another romantic update, it is the emotional farewell lap. Nick is preparing to leave for university, while Charlie is finding a new kind of independence, and the pair are forced to confront the question every devoted fan was already dreading. What happens when first love has to survive real life? And that is the genius of Heartstopper. It never trades a melodrama for the sake of it. Instead, it finds drama in ordinary milestones, then make those milestones feel enormous. The result is a franchise that seems to be engineered to trigger a group cry, and frankly, the new film probably will. Soft Cell's new and reportedly final album, Danceteria, sounds like the kind of farewell only a band with real style could pull off. It is set for release on September 25th, 2026, and it is being framed as a duo's final studio album, a tribute to the co-founder Dave Ball after his death in 2025. Mark Almond has described it as a love letter to the early 1980s New York, inspired by the period when the pair was immersed in the city's club scene and by the legendary Danceteria itself. In my opinion, this is a rare final album announcement that actually feels meaningful instead of merely ceremonial. If Soft Cell are really going out, this seems like the right way to do it, stylish, and with a baseline that's still intact.
This Glamazonian Express headed directly into a massive storm.
Tell it to us straight.
There's a 0.1% chance of survival?
Tell it to us gay.
Girl.
Few upcoming films have generated as much online discussion this week as Stop That Train. The comedy musical stars RuPaul and several familiar faces from the drag performance world, and it is scheduled for release later this month. However, much of the conversation recently has focused on accusations that the film relied heavily on generative AI imagery. Director Adam Shankman responded directly to those claims. According to Shankman, suggestions that the movie was created using AI are simply false. He stated that the production employed hundreds of visual effects artists and emphasized that no human jobs were replaced by AI imagery. He described the rumors as blatantly not true. The controversy has seemed to have grown from online discussions surrounding one of the visual effects companies involved with the production. Social media users began speculating that AI has been used extensively, leading to criticism from viewers concerned about the impact of generative technology on artists and creative workers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, remember to give me a thumbs up, and a subscription would be nice. You can also check out some of the other great videos on my channel, and to get you started, you can check out this video next. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.